All right. Hi, everyone, and welcome to this novel presentation. The novel I'm going to present is called Rainman by Barry Moran. And to start, we need to talk about a brief account of the story. And I really like this story because it's about about two brothers, one with economic problems and the other that has autism. But the story begins and takes place in Los Angeles with Charlie Babbitt, who is a salesman, very well-known salesman, and specifically he sells cars. But the thing is that he has some economic issues with an enterprise, and he has a big amount of money that he owns to the other enterprise. So the the story takes place in a weekend that he's going to a trip with her girlfriend Susanna. And while they are in the road, Charlie receives a phone call, and the woman on the phone tells him that his father has died. The thing is that Charlie and Susanna fly to Ohio, and in the funeral, they discover that the father of Charlie, uh, on his will, he only receives a car, and and Charlie is wondering about what happened to the other money because it's $3 million that were in the will of his father, and he's like desperate and he's angry because he only received a car and a rose bush, and is like irrelevant for him. But he discovered that all the money went to an institution, and this institution is for developmentally disabled people. And when he arrived to this institute, he understands, and he met another person that is called Raymond, and he discovered that he had a brother. So it was it was very shocking for him. But the only thing Charlie wanted was the money. He was searching for it. And the thing is that Charlie took Raymond, like something like he like kidnapped Raymond. And the thing is that Susanna wasn't like happy with that situation because she knew that the intentions that Charlie had for his brother wasn't like the best. And they start like fighting with Susanna because he just kidnapped Raymond, and they are in a motel. And with autistic persons, it's difficult for them because Raymond was used to have a routine, a daily routine. And because of Charlie's decision, he was getting upset. He was getting really anxious about the situation. So Susanna and Charlie like have a big fight, a big argument, and she left him with Raymond. And when Charlie wanted to return to Los Angeles, Raymond told him that he didn't wanted to fly. So for Charlie was like a big issue because it was the fastest way to get to Los Angeles. But the only thing they were able to do was to drive. As you can see in the presentation, in the first picture, they were like driving to LA. And it was like a long journey to Los Angeles. And the thing is that they started to know each other. And Charlie started to have memories about Raymond because they were little when they got separated. And in their trip, they stopped in Las Vegas. And as you know, in Las Vegas, there are a lot of casinos. And Charlie discovered that his brother was really good with math and calculations and numbers. So he started using his brother to gain money. So it was funny and also was like, oh, come on, Charlie, how can you use your brother for this? So the good thing about this, the only pros about this is that Charlie got the money to cover to cover the debt that he had with the other enterprise, and they get to know each other really good. I mean, they in their small talk, Charlie started to remember something about an imaginary friend or a secret friend, and he realized that that imaginary friend was Raymond because they were so little that he barely remembered that person. So he started to imagine that it was a secret friend, and that secret friend it was called Rain Man. So Rain Man and Raymond, you already like complete this story. So they get to get along together, and you can say that they started their relationship as brothers. And Charlie realized that Raymond was happier in the institute. So he returned Raymond to the institute, and he promised that Charlie promised his brother that he was going to visit him like in a while. So it was a really nice story because they didn't get to know each other in a long time, and Charlie's intentions with Raymond weren't the best, but at the end they get to know each other, and they end up having like a really good brother relationship. Um, Somebody raised his hand. No? All right, let's continue. So these three words are very important because, as I told you, we were talking about Charlie's memories with secret friends, also the trauma that they lived when they were kids, and the trauma that Raymond lived when Charlie kidnapped him from the institute, and also the frustration because Raymond he couldn't like show his emotions or control what he feels because of the autism. And you know, he was intelligent, very intelligent with math and calculus. So these three words, when when they are related to the society, we tend to be frustrated about situations that we cannot control, and also we can suffer, or yeah, we can suffer traumas about different situations that involve us. In yeah, and we tend to have sometimes secret friends, but these secret friends are the best for us. They can turn into our best friends. So yeah, we need to like be kind with others, and also uh, not be moved by the money. Not the money is not all that we have. And to end these presentations, I have these facts about the writer. And you know, the writer, well, is an American screenwriter and producer, and he was born in Austin, Minnesota, and studied at St. Olaf College. And the interesting fact about the writer is that he is inspired by real people, and especially people with disabilities and or extraordinary talents. As you see in this presentation, he write about Raymond, about an autistic person, and the importance of these people in our society, and how we can learn from them. We can learn many things from them, and also we need to improve ourselves to become better humans, to treat others like they deserve. So thank you for this opportunity to talk about this novel. I don't know if you have any comments or questions, but you can tell me.
Yeah, as you were saying, I guess that is kind of interesting that the writer get inspired about real people. So yeah, I would like to read the book because of your your story. So yeah.
Thanks, Mary.
I have a question. What is your favorite part of the book?
Oh, My favorite and the funniest part of the book was when Charlie got like Raymond to get into the casino, and they also get like their suits, as you saw in the picture. They both have the same kind of suit. So it was funny because autistic persons, they tend to be like as social persons. They don't like to be surrounded or hugged by other people. So when they were in the casino, for me it was funny. I mean, it was my favorite part because they started their relationship as brothers, and I mean, they have fun. At least they have fun, even if Charlie was like using Raymond. There's a lot of things with with that, but for me that was my favorite part. All right. So thank you for your attention. See you later.